Excuse me. All right. Welcome if you're on the stream already. Just working on something briefly while we wait. That won't work. That's not gonna. That's not gonna work. Interesting. Okay. Do that instead. That was fine. That. Okay, and then. Mm-hmm. Another few minutes and we'll get going. Shouldn't be too much longer. I wouldn't think. Okay. Hmm. Let's do it this way instead. This one. Sorry about that. Okay. It's pretty much time to start, I think. Giving it like a little over 10 minutes, so. Okay, so we gotta figure out how Charlie can get, is it past a door? Mac also needs to get past a door though, right? So he has an unconscious scrubber. Key card. Did I already have him try to do something with this? I can't remember. No, nothing. Okay. Whether I did or not, he can't do anything. Okay. So what is this again? Oh, right. Remote connection established. Waiting for access input. Okay.
Charlie, watch out. I'm trying the crane.
It's working. It works, Mac.
Problem is, the currents out there will just sweep it right back where it was. I'm going to have to hold it in place with the controls. I'd hurry. I don't know how long I can keep it still.
Okay, I'm going.
Is it a cutscene? Looks like it's a cutscene. And then I now need to go to Charlie and hurry. Okay, why is... What? Why can I not...
Okay. Ready to jump.
Jump trajectory calculated. 83% success threshold calculated.
Please be careful, Charlie.
Yeah. What the bear said. We sure about this? I may not be able to hold her still.
You always come through for me.
You always trust me too much.
No, I don't. Trajectory is locked.
Take your time. I mean, you know, not too much time. I can't hold this thing still forever. I just
Mac?
mean... right. Okay.
Right. Okay. This could have gone better.
But she's in, right?
Mac! Mac! I made it.
I'm very glad you are not dead, Charlie.
Good job, girl. Hurry up, though. That thing could tear loose any second.
Yeah.
Okay. That's hang on. Interior of the Fido submersible rover is flooded. Nevertheless, after it had been depressurized and flushed, we can safely journey to the surface. Okay.
All right. Who wants to go home?
We will leave soon. Will we?
Resume last operation? Is that what I want? I guess, but that doesn't seem like, I don't know. I guess. Let's just say proceed. We'll see. I don't know if that's actually what we want. Find out, I guess. Connection to mule secured. Self-destruct sequence interrupted. Rebooting system. Self-destruct sequence re-engaged. Crapo.
The Fido just went dead.
What do you mean it went dead?
It just went dead.
Maybe the power systems are cycling up to...
Debris detected on collision course.
Oh, God.
Achievement? I died? I don't know. What is... I don't understand anything. What is going on? Hey, Faux Fox, you just missed a cutscene. Unless you were watching it before you said hey. Yeah, I can see that. Did you see the cutscene? We just literally just barely finished it, so I could just do it again. It's not a huge deal. Do you want to watch it? Have you seen it? It's pretty cool. Yeah, you have to say more than that. Yeah, you saw it, or yeah, you want to see it. Sorry, I don't know what yeah means, which one it means. You did not see it? Okay, yeah, let's just reload then. Okay. We'll just do it again. It's like literally I have to do like 2 things and everything else is cutscenes, so. Okay. So Mac is here, just as a reminder. So we got Charlie is out here in the water. Okay, and she's basically, she needs to get on board. This is called a Fido. It's like an underwater rover. So she needs to get on the Fido, but the Fido currently is too far away. She can't get there right now because her jump would miss. Like jumping in the water here, she'd get pulled down before she reached it. So she can't do that yet herself. Mac here, through coordinated efforts on her part and his, he has here a remote control. So we're going to do this, and he'll move a crane it's remote control of a crane. He's going to use a crane to push the Fido closer so that she can get on board. You'll see in the cutscene.
Charlie, watch out. I'm trying the crane.
It's working. It works, Mac.
Problem is, the currents out there will just sweep it right back where it was. I'm going to have to hold it in place with the controls. I'd hurry. I don't know how long I can keep it still.
Okay, I'm going.
So this is the crane on the left. And see, now he's moving the crane. It has that equipment. He's moving it closer so that the Fido now will be accessible to her. The rover. So now she has to go over here. And we have to go to the rover.
Okay. Okay. Ready. Ready to jump.
Jump trajectory calculated. 83% success threshold calculated.
Please be careful, Charlie.
Yeah. What the bear said.
Okay,
We
jump.
sure about this? I may not be able to hold her still.
You always come through for me.
You always trust me too much.
No, I don't. Trajectory is locked.
Take your time. I mean, you know, not too much time. I can't hold this thing still forever. I just mean... right. Okay.
Yeah, the cutscene's kind of loud.
Okay. This could have gone better.
Yeah, cutscene's kind of loud. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn it down before the cutscene played again.
Mac, I made it.
I'm very glad you are not dead, Charlie.
Good job, girl. Hurry up, though. That thing could tear loose any second.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got over here the Fido. The interior of the Fido submersible rover is flooded. Nevertheless, after it has been depressurized and flushed, we can safely journey to the surface. Okay, so we go over here. It's the only other thing she can do, by the way. If you look, these are the two things. So,
All right. Who wants to go home?
We will leave soon.
Will we?
yeah, this creepy ghost guy that, like, we don't know who he is or where he is. Still a live person, I think, but he's been traumatized by everything that's happened in this Kane base as it is. The only option we have, you look at all this stuff, the only option we have is this. Right? There is nothing else. Basically, the mule, which is the below ground base where everybody is now, except for Charlie's out in the water, in the sea, of course, in the ocean. But otherwise, like everybody, where Mac is, where the bear is, where Moses is, that's all in this base called the mule. Okay? The mule is communicating to the DS-15, which is that big ship on top. So when we first came to salvage, our little ship docked to that big, huge ship. That's the DS-15. So for reference, you know what these are. So the mule, so we're basically, this is communicating to the mule, which is communicating to the ship up above to let us basically get out of here. So we say proceed. Right? This is even one of the computers we saw earlier before we went down below. Connection to mule secured. Self-destruct sequence interrupted. Rebooting system. Self-destruct sequence re-engaged. So yeah, that was a thing. We just blew up the ship up above, apparently. We didn't know that there's a self-destruct sequence already set, so now apparently it's too late to know, to do anything about it.
The Fido... The Fido just went dead.
What do you mean it went dead?
It just went dead.
Maybe the power systems are cycling up to...
Debris detected on a collision course.
Oh god.
Yeah, Terry Akers, yet again. What a jerk, man. Always up in my face. She can't get out of there, by the way. There's literally nowhere for her to go. The Fido has no power. She said everything went dead. So she can't move. If she tried to get out of it, she'd get hit physically herself by the debris. There's literally nothing she could do. So he said get out of there. I know because he was worried, but I mean, there's nothing she could do about it. She was stuck. She basically had to sit there and wait for it to collide with her. There's nothing she could do. Which sucks, obviously, but there's, you know, if she had power to be different, you know, turn the engines on and hopefully move out of the way. She didn't have any power. I don't know what this is, a dream or something? Something. We don't have our suit or any, like, our little ping thing, so I don't know if there's even anything to interface with. This is where you came in tonight, is right when that just had happened and we're here now, so. I don't know what's going on. I assume this is a dream.
Mac, we are 100% unpacking this stuff today. Mac?
Oh, so that's her without her glasses and without her suit on. Okay.
Typical.
Maybe because seems like it's a dream or something, or a memory. Maybe this is just when she was younger, right? They had not yet started their salvage business or whatever. I'm not sure. But, okay, so we'll do a new save here. I have no idea what's going on, so we'll find out what. If this is not a memory and just seems like it, she could get killed, right? Because there could be something lurking down here that I don't know about, so that's kind of why I... Okay, documents.
Series 3 operator. Mac's dad never made 3. He never had a family like this either. He always said, careful what you take on. Get too much, you tempt fate. Keep telling him, that's just old man and the sea paranoia.
So, signing number salvage operation. In service of Port Authority 21. Kane Port Export Controls approved. Yeah, so down here, salvage barge license. So this is right when he got his license to set up the salvage ship to go then salvage things from different Kane wrecks and stuff. If only he knew what he'd be walking into eventually on one of their ships. Anyway, I don't think we're going to get anything else from this. There's no ping, like I said, over here or anything, so I think we're good on that. So this is more, whereas in this, Stasis Bone Totem, you can use the ping over here on the left and see what things there are to interact with. This is more like the original Stasis, where you have to hover around and try to find stuff, which is actually what I was expecting from this game originally. So this is, I don't know about, I wouldn't go so far as to say nostalgia or something, but this is more like what I was originally thinking we'd get in this game because of the first Stasis game and then also Kane that followed. Refrigerator.
So fast. All you have to do is blink.
Chapter 3 now. Okay. Story's end.
Charlie is okay. Charlie is okay.
Moses. What?
Charlie? Charlie.
Mac, I'm here. I'm okay. What happened?
I don't know. An explosion, I think.
You reinstated the procedure to destroy the facility. A procedure many gave their lives to stop.
Well, you're a lot more coherent suddenly.
The detonation removed something. Some kind of inhibiting. I have not been myself for some time, I do not think.
Mac? Moses? Where are you? Are you hurt?
Moses is unharmed. Moses is alone.
I'm in this dig site, or whatever the hell it is. I'm not hurt, but it's flooding bad in here. I think this whole place is about to vanish.
Fido's done for too. It's wrecked and...
Warning. Drive suit integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
My suit's damaged. Losing power. I think I'm in trouble.
You never should have come here. We have that in common.
Yeah, it's not good. Just that, just the exit, I guess. Right. Rover's mechanical arms shudder in their crushed state, irrevocably crippled after the cacophonous conclusion. The proposed escape vehicle from this watery grave is all but lost. Crane, in a final act of spiteful retribution, submersible has dragged and torn both the cable and crane down along with it, the sturdy metal pinning the rover to its newfound grave. Outcrop. Beyond the rocky outcrop hangs a cloak of dusty blackness, vomiting out waves of cold current to crash against you. Oh, cold current to crash against you, yeah. Makes sense. Metal tracks lead down a tunnel drilled through the rock. An attached screw pipe reveals the tracks were built to allow a hulking device to move along them. Rock formation. Bulbous, warty growths have formed from ancient magma droppings, bled, and bubbled downwards from some higher volcanic vein. Muddy ground. The ground here is covered in a thick layer of muddy silt. Treading over the clag is like wading over a surface of thick slime, each step threatening to pull your legs from under you. Those are the metal tracks again. Okay, so I guess we're going this way.
Rover is basically crushed. We're not going anywhere in this.
Warning. Drive suit integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 20%.
So we need another way out.
You're running out of time. I can help you, but there is a price.
And what's that?
I have been here. I can't remember how long. Trapped. Help me, and I will help you.
So, what? We find you, you get us out of here?
That is my offer.
And how are you going to do that, exactly?
There is another drone. The Kalan. I know where it is, how to access it. Free me, and I will take us all to it.
Moses and I can work on finding this guy, wherever he is. Charlie, you work on getting back inside.
Energy reserves below 20%.
And make it quick.
Happy Lunar New Year. Still hearing fireworks. Yeah, I don't. Why? Why? Why fireworks? It's so weird to me. No other year have I ever heard fireworks around this time with the Lunar New Year or whatever. And now, just magically, suddenly, this year they decide. What the crap? Okay. Anyway, power conduit. The imposing conduit, wrapped in a thick aluminum coated blanket, funnels bundles of power cabling from the nearby machine and into the tunnel. Muddy ground. That's the same as over here. Oh, that's what I saw previously. Yeah, okay. Entrance. Large metal supports ring the entrance of the tunnel, securing the entryway against potential collapse. Okay, and there was... That's, I guess, to enter the tunnel. What is this machinery? Lofty body of portable machinery sitting idle. Several corroding buckets hold partially sorted and refined rocks, revealing this device to be a mining rig of sorts. I wonder if I go over here. I mean, it's a blue thing, so I probably am supposed to interact with it.
Power connection achieved. Mobile mining platform active.
Insert
Life
analysis.
energy reserves diminished.
Oh, great.
What is it?
I found some kind of mobile mining rig. It was dead, so I powered it with my suit.
You don't have much power left, Charlie.
Exactly. But I did get it running.
Am I supposed to put something in there? It looks like I'm supposed to put some element in there, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, no, I think he's not. I think he's conveniently leaving out things like he's a danger to everybody. I don't think he's actually lying. Well, he's lying, but he's lying by omission, I think, not by commission. So he's not saying something that's untrue. He's leaving out important information, so they're operating on incorrect assumptions. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Mac, look at this.
You were right. They were digging. That's a boring machine.
If you are at the dig site, then you are near the legacy base. The first installation.
You mean Site Alpha?
Yes. Precisely.
How did you know that name, Charlie?
It's on the computers down here for the mining setup.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
I have to keep moving.
Let's try this. No power detected. Am I going to get her killed by powering things that I don't want to be powering? Probably.
Warning. No survey data found. Operation inhibited.
Survey data.
Warning. Energy reserves below 15%.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but she's going to die down here because I keep connecting to things, using up her energy for stuff that I don't need to be using it for. Outcry. Oh, no, there's an inch. No, that's the entrance to that, though. That is... What is it? And then it's just back inside? I don't know if there's anything I can do other than go in there. What am I supposed to do with, Did I miss something in here? I don't think there's anything else in here, right? Oh, there we go. Going past that. Cave walls, drill platform. Tunnel drill has suffered first exciting burst of activity, now partly buried in the cave-in of its own making. Cave walls. No power detected. Do this again. She's going to run out of power and die. That's fine. I can just reload. I saved when she was in the, like, the dream thing before waking up in the from the crash, so Oh, whoops. I keep doing that. I want to do this.
Again, central apparatus 113, connection established.
Okay, good.
Warning, energy reserves below 15%.
Okay, not so good. Should be able to get the core sample out, though.
She's like, good. I mean, not. But, I mean, kinda, but not. What is Terry's plan when they find him? I don't know. So this is what I'm thinking, okay? I think that we'll call him Terry since we don't actually know his name. I think that Terry is somehow something happened, okay? I don't know, it's not going to be the same as in Stasis, the original game, right? Because that was an experiment that happened aboard a starship. So it's like totally different area. Even though it's Kane again, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the same type of thing. But Kane does all these experiments, right? So I'm assuming some experiment, something or other happened, started mutating people and making some people go insane, but like some people mutated. Like that one, what was her name? I don't remember. The woman that was in the escape pod that was jammed when we opened it finally, she fell and that insect came out. That insect-like thing. So, I don't know that is what happened, but it could be. But I think their experiments did something that caused some kind of mutation in people, but it also became like contagious. And so a bunch of people got infected with it. I don't mean like airborne, probably like you get bitten or something and then you change or something along those lines, I'm guessing. Anyway, but I do think it got contagious. And so like everybody started, getting killed. Or no, actually, I don't know that it's contagious. But I think they did some experiments that mutated at least one or two of their experimentees, their victims basically, change them into like more monstrous stuff. And I think that Terry is partially changed, maybe even mostly changed, but he still has his brain power or his brain in such a way that he can still communicate in English. He can still think logically and reasonably. So I think he's not totally mutated. I'm assuming he's at least mostly mutated, but not completely. Think kind of like in some of the earlier Resident Evil stuff where, or even like Resident Evil 8, you could say, in the village or whatever, or in 7, Biohazard, pretty much any Resident Evil game now that I think about it. Anyway, think about some of the ones, though, that like retain their consciousness, like Mr. Baker in Biohazard, like Madame Dimitrescu in The Village, right? Where they're still completely, like, consciously aware and, like, still have their humanity such that it is. I mean, garbage people, of course, in Dimitrescu's case, at least. Baker's was different, of course. Anyway, but they still have their humanity. Like, they understand language, they can think logically and whatever, but they're really more monster than they are human anymore. Does that make sense, right? In those cases? So you think about some of the early bosses and some of the early Resident Evils, right? Where they're actually, they're malicious and evil and stuff, but they are still mostly they are still enough human that they still can talk like humans and reason like humans and stuff. Anyway, I think it's something along those lines where he's got a major mutation, but he can still act like a human. And so he also can be clever like a human, right? So he is, like I said, he's omitting important details like, I'm a threat. If you come help me, I'm going to kill you. But he's doing it in the guise of, hey, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, K-buddy, kind of a thing, right? And so none of the three of us, Mac, Charlie, or Moses, know what actually is going on with him. But he's bad, I think. I don't think he wants. Well, maybe, but I think more. I think he wants to escape, but I don't know that he cares to leave us behind so much as just. I think he wants to escape because I think, like I said, I think he's mutated or infected or whatever you want to say. I think he's probably like not fully human, so he probably has some kind of base instinct to go feed or spread his plague to other people or something like that, probably. Or maybe he's just like a mad scientist, and so he thinks, hey, this is great, this is the new evolution of humans or some such, right? So either he's mad or he's malicious, I think. And so I think what's going to happen is he might leave them behind, but I don't think so. I'm thinking more he's going to try to change them, like infect them or mutate them or something, or maybe just eat them. And then he hopes to escape to wherever, like get out of the depths of the ocean high enough so that he doesn't get crushed by all the weight and everything. And then I think he's planning on making his way through the ocean somehow, whether it's in some machine or if he can breathe underwater, if that's a part of his mutation or something. But he's going to try to get to some kind of populated area and spread the whatever the experiment is, whatever the infection or whatever is. I think he's going to try to spread it to other things and eat people and stuff like that, I think. Or he himself is not going to do that, but he has like a little pet experiment that he's got in the area, and he's crazy, and so his plan is to let his pet do the stuff, like let his pet loose. I'm not sure, right? But we don't know enough, right? All we've had is some of his speaking to us over comms. So we don't really know anything about him. Okay. Core sampler. This is used in mining operations to core out rock analysis samples. The internal capacitor powers a mini laser fusion jet of superheated matter along with a narrow cutting plane. Its housing hasn't stood up to the elements and is coming apart at the seams. Matt could probably help it along. Scanner and a microfusion laser. Brings back some unpleasant memories of motion trackers and dark corridors. Microfusion laser. I busted open the core sampler, tore out this gizmo. It's a little small. We could probably cut through any nasties we encounter, slice and dice a locking bolt, and still fry up a sausage for breakfast. So I'm
The umbilical's
thinking...
gone. No way back to the mule.
Your only choice is to go deeper. I do not envy you.
Awesome.
This whole place is coming down.
You must enter the temple. You have no other choice.
The temple? Temple to what?
It doesn't matter. Get out of there, Mac.
Great day I'm having here.
I guess that's this? I don't know. Must be. Okay.
This temple, or whatever the hell it is, it's through here.
Mac, hurry.
There.
Well, Kane, damn it.
Language, Mac.
What happened?
I dropped the laser. Hold on.
Hang on. I guess I don't want this. How do I put this away? Really? I don't know. but it's empty. So I don't. Let's see. These. Yeah, I don't know what it wants me to do now. I don't have... I don't have anything to use. I don't know what it wants. No idea. Okay, where are you, Moses? Tiny orange flames lick the ceiling and melt the plastic insulation. Bloody control panel. The defunct control panel has been painted with gore. Lumps and strands of cerebral flesh lie caught in between blood-flooded keys. Brain. Oh, cutscene.
Scary things.
Wow. Yeah, there is definitely something loose now.
What the hell was that?
Charlie Mac.
I don't know what it is. Some dark truth of this place. One of many. I have only heard it.
Scary things. Safer here.
Moses, you have to start moving.
Safer here. Safer here.
Its cries. They are wrong. I would hear them far away.
Stay here. Stay here.
I know you're scared, sweetheart. I am too. But we need your help. Please. Mose, we can't make it out of here without you.
Moses is brave. Moses is strong.
Jeez, that poor guy, dude. That poor dog, like poor robot. It's interesting, right? Because they give him so much personality, like he's actually got emotions. Entrails of wires and cabling lie strewn about the floor, dislodged and disgorged from the sparking conduits. And then what was this other one? Oh, that's where it exited, yeah. And then gaping vent in the structure wall violently burst open by detonation. Fumes of burning plastic and charred rubble linger in the air. Okay. If there's anything left of the dead brain. This. Scope lens, okay. I don't know what I do with this. Something, but it's not doing anything currently. Use the scrubber on it? No, okay. I don't know. Let me, it's fun looking at myself. I'm such a dirty little toy. They're doing a double entendre there, right? Because it's like, I'm such a dirty little boy, like he's naughty and stuff, like he's like suggestive and lewd and whatever, but he's also physically, he's all dirty because of being down here. Yeah, Moses is one of the, you can have, like, just like in the first Kane game, there are ways that your guy can die. Moses is one of the characters in this game that can die. We already saw one death earlier from him. So, so yeah, he counts as a person even though he's a robot. I think I want to give this to Mac, maybe. Still don't know what to do about that, though. We have Mac try this again. With the scope lens, maybe? And then rotate it. We're basically cutting it open, yeah, by rotating the lens.
Well, it worked. Believe it or not, the lock's cut open.
Mac must hurry.
Oh, another cutscene. Damn. He got out of there just in time. That thing blew up right behind him.
Whoa.
Loud noises.
Tell me about it.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Got through the door, right as the dig site collapsed behind me. Made it. Barely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Where are you now?
Give me a second.
Stone heads. A gallery of malformed stone heads glance and leer about, frozen in the perpetual fascination of those who find themselves wandering these long dead halls. Yeah, we're into like some kind of early civilization, previous race type of thing or something. This is not okay. Ribbed protrusions, the color of curdled dairy. Ugh. Seesaw along the walls. Nice description. A carved simulacrum of gills and fish scales. Okay. Sandbags. An odd dozen sandbags form a short wall cordoning off the cadaver's carvings from passing traffic. That supports the hallway strutted by concentric metal beams, a human intrusion enforcing a sense of control and man-made order within this inhuman terrain. I've done several cutscenes today. That's kind of cool. We didn't have that nearly that many before. We had a couple, but we didn't have like a whole ton of them like we did here. This was like what? The activating the crane to move the rover closer, right? Then we actually had the self-destruct of the ship and the rover crashing down below. Then we had the thing crawling out of the brain that scared Moses. And then we just had the dig site collapse. That was like 4, like within an hour. That's pretty cool. They don't have nearly that many earlier in the game. That's really cool. The emplaced lights disperse the darkness into the hallway's recesses. The illumination is much an intrusion into these halls as the scientists who pried them open. Sculpted figure. The carved figures within the hallway have undergone a macabre tonal shift. Whereas the sculpture by the entrance was adorned by jewelry, those within this shrouded hallway depict flayed bodies in brooding positions. Let's see this, and then down there. Clusters of inky crystals jut outwards from the rock, a mineral detonation trapped in time. The bespeckled carpet of bioluminescent lights bleeds out from the carved cavity, birthing coral-like growths from where the light pools into alcoves and bends around nooks. There's more. Tarp. Sheet of reflective orange tarp provides passage over treacherous terrain. Hints of barbed rock hidden underneath. And then the rampart. A wall of sandbags forms a protective rampart while also allowing easier access to those who'd brave a closer inspection of the morbid effigy. Yeah, they call it a temple for a reason. These things are like somebody else's gods or something. Was there anything over here? No, right? It was just... Yeah, down back this way was the... No, in fact, there was no. Yeah, there was no other blue until we get over here. Okay. Hey, Silhouette, welcome. So you missed a little bit. I will summarize. Basically, we had to use... So down below there was the rover, the undersea rover, right? That was like a water vehicle that could take us back to the surface. And it was too far away for Charlie to jump. She would have fallen down further into the ocean, down toward the ocean floor before reaching it. So Mac used remote control to operate the crane and push the Fido, the rover, closer so that Charlie could make the jump. Charlie jumped and made it, barely. She jumped a little bit high, actually, and had to pull herself in, but she made it. And then once inside... she had to start it up, right? Well, there was only one thing. Basically, it said on the computer monitor there, it said that the Fido, the rover she was in, was connected to the Mule, which is the underground base, which is then sends a signal up to DS-15, which is that initial ship that our salvage vessel docked at. Okay? So like that. Well, once Charlie hit the button to proceed communication, right? Because the idea would be that communication would let power be in the Fido, and she'd get navigation instructions and stuff, and she could move it around through the ocean, pick up Mac and Moses, and then they could travel back to the surface and then leave. Well, apparently, when it communicated with the DS-15 up above, the computer had a self-destruct sequence that had already been started, but had been, like, I guess, paused because power had been killed or something. So it said, self-destruct sequence interrupted, rebooting system. So it rebooted the whole system. And then it said, self-destruct sequence re-engaged. And the entire DS-15 exploded, probably destroying their salvage vessel too, because it was docked at it. Maybe not. If enough explosion was over farther away on the ship, it might not have hurt their vessel, but probably they've lost their vessel too. Anyway, and all of that stuff came down, and it crashed into the Fido. Some of it did. So Charlie was inside the rover, and it got hit and spun and dragged down. So she crashed farther down in the ocean floor, and her suit is damaged. She's got like 15% power. Well, less than 15% power left. So she's in trouble there. In the meantime, Moses was in that one room. Well, after the DS-15 exploded, a bunch of things in the underwater in the Mule base also kind of got disrupted. So Moses was in here, I'll just do this really fast. Moses was here where the brain was still. All of this is on fire. He cannot get through here anymore. There was still the brain here. So Moses went to examine the brain, and he went and touched the brain. The brain, basically claws came out from inside the brain, ripped it open. And something, we don't know exactly what, something jumped out of it. Did not hurt Moses, just ran by Moses. But Moses got really scared and stuff from it, of course. And then finally, Mac got a hold. Basically, Charlie found something down in the seabed that was previously used for helping with drilling and removing ore samples, right? So she sent, because you can do this transfer thing, even though they're really far away, you could transfer inventory. So she transferred that over to Mac. And then Mac, that's my wall. I thought there was like a weird comma symbol on the screen or something. Anyway, and then Mac broke that apart because the casing of that was already falling apart. So Mac removed that, and he got a, what do you call it? Like a laser cutter, and he used that on the door. So he was down in the dig site, right? And there's that door we could not get past. So he used that on the door and cut the door open and came into here. And this is the temple. There's a big cutscene, and the dig site actually, from the explosion of the DS-15 and all the stuff coming down and crashing into things, the dig site started leaking a bunch of water. So in a cutscene, Mac barely made it through the door, opened the door, jumped through, and then the door shut behind him, and all that water and everything, that whole dig site now is flooded. So everything's falling apart around them. Otherwise, everything's great, though. So, okay, take a look. Yeah. Does this mean this was what a previous race that lived here looked like? Or is this their god in different positions for some reason, with this writing and these symbols meaning something about what's going on here? I don't know. I'm not sure. Circled this one. I don't know. Maybe that's more important. But I'm not sure. Okay. So I guess we'll go around here. Bioluminescent algae. The bespeckled carpet of bioluminescent lights bleeds out from the carved cavity, birthing coral-like growths from where the light pools into alcoves and bends around nooks. Okay. Birthing gateway. Gargantuan stone torso rears up from the ground. Okay. Its belly bent open to allow travel through toothed ribs. Oh, I see. So this is what they're describing. This is a giant statue from the waist up with its chest open and then like ribs and stuff, and you pass through that, I guess. Supposedly. A disquieting maternal aura emanates from the sculpture. The Caesarean passageway promising a contrived rebirth for those who emerge and unbirth for those who enter. An unbirth? Okay. I don't know, we're like in a lot of danger now. I'm going to save it again. So much dangerous stuff has happened recently. Let's just save it so we don't, end up in total trouble. Okay. Okay, I mean, let's go through, I suppose. There's a crane. An ancient crane built from wood, cord, and metal. Despite apparent age and deterioration, it has remained standing. A burly slab of rock serves as the crane's counterweight, housed within a prison of straining wood, the merest shiver threatening to tear it free and plunge it into a calamitous descent. Okay. Palisade. A jagged palisade has been constructed around this platform. Both it and the floor built from aged and rotting wood, seemingly much older than the recent intrusion of modern Keen infrastructure. Yeah, really, really old palisade built. Twisted bridge. The splintered remains of a modern bridge subjected to some catastrophe or sabotage. And that's pretty much where we're stuck unless I do something with a crane. Let me go to Moses. Let's have him go through the opening that the creature ran past Moses and tore through the wall. So there is something here though still, right? This that I supposedly am supposed to still be able to interact with. But I don't know how. I guess for the moment I won't worry about it because I don't think I have any items to do that. And I think I don't want to do her right now because I think she's got so little power. I do very much with her. She'd run out of power and die. Okay, help me.
Scary things? No scary things. Yet.
The creature from the brain. Whatever it is, you likely have not seen the last of it.
I am brave and strong.
I hope so, my friend. I hope so. For both our sakes.
Yeah, I mean, Moses got killed by...
Sure not to spend working hours in piety. The workplace is the ideal place to discover more about yourself.
Your body is a temple, a vessel, if you will. So keep things pure and tidy for the mother's sake.
Employment should be your vessel. Work is when you feel most alive, loved, accessible.
Cain's nature is to shine the light of understanding into the world's darkest regions. But remember, dying is the hard part. On the other hand, working is easy, and the Nexus awaits us after death.
Awesome. This gaming stream brought to you by... what was I saying? Oh yeah. Earlier, Moses got killed by a robotic dog. So, I'm not really sure he's going to fare well at all against some huge mutant monster thing, but I guess whatever. Passage. This area of the labs appears notably cleaner and better equipped, notably better funded. The territory of the scientist, upper class. Door there. Pipes, assorted pipes, funnel gas into a network of storage containers. Smoke. Behind clouds of choking smoke, a conflagration feeds ardently on wisps of gas leaking from the combusted piping. Bench. Wooden bench is a surreal anatopism. I don't think I know anatopism. I've seen it before, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember what that means. Did I misspell it? Yeah, anatopism is not showing up. Is it anatope, maybe? No. I don't know, that it's not even showing up in a normal dictionary. Let me see what this says. A thing out of its proper place. Geographic counterpart to anachronism. Oh, okay. So it's like anachronism, but it's a place instead. I see. Dying isn't really that hard, sir. Honestly, you don't need to do anything for it to happen eventually. Yeah. Okay, so let me do this again. The wooden bench is a surreal anatopism. So it's wooden bench is a thing that's really out of place physically. Like its location seems weird with all this technology around. Exacerbated by the presence of counterfeit trees. Are there counterfeit trees around here? I guess. I don't know. Can't really see it. Oh, over here. These trees, I see. In an ironic twist, the attempt to inject some sense of coziness has only succeeded in making the environment more desolate. Fire, pops of flame burst out from a ruptured gas pipeline, spewing out reams of chemical smoke that singe the nostrils. Security terminal, bench. Bench broadcasts discomfort. Trees, artificial trees, are an awkward attempt to inject life into an otherwise sterile environment. Their taut plastic leaves motionless in the face of tumbling smoke and stirring air currents. And then these two stupid hologram things. Is that everything? I already did the passage. That. Yeah. So there's the security terminal and then the door. I guess let's go over to the terminal first. Life support, fire and sequencer lab, fire and genetic storage, subsystems locked.
Please select subsystem.
I don't know what the symbols mean. I don't know what these symbols mean, so how do I know what to select? I don't know. I don't know what the symbols mean to know what I'm supposed to do. So I guess I'll have to come back to it. It's another bench. Wooden bench is... Oh, we already did that. And then this was just discomfort. Yeah, that's right. That was the bench. Okay. Cylinders. Half a dozen gas cylinders line the walls amidst a web of interconnected piping. Blaze. Thick flames curl up from the blackened steel and shattered piping. Take a look. Security terminal. Let's take a look, I guess. Is this where it... is this where it went through? No. Kane Corporate. Tomorrow's Future Today. DS 15. It's locked. Okay, what is this? No movement detected. This is going to detect movement at some point. Watch. Lock broadcasting audio to artificial storage lab. Nothing so far. I don't think there's anything I could do with that either right now. Currently, no.
You are in artifact storage.
A lot of places. This is not great. Okay, water. Pools of stagnant water flood the workspace, glittering under bright fluorescent light, sustained by the occasional drip excreted from a damp, warped ceiling. Chemicals. Collection of archaeological chemicals and equipment stand over treated samples of rocks and material scraps. A warped sheet of corrupted iron, tinted with rust and bearing the symbols. I don't know Russian. That's a Russian or Cyrillic letter. I don't know what that is. Something dash 555. Okay. Basically BC 555, but it's not a B. That's not a B in Russian, and the C is also not a C. I think it's like an S or something. I don't remember now. Another PDA. Decrypting PDA to local device. Okay. Liza Simpson, anthropologist. Reggie used to spend his days at my feet, and now he sits on my desk, in a well-deserved position of prominence. He will always be my most cherished possession. After all, the loyal pup was awarded to me by Cain himself upon his glorious rebirth. Okay. Report. The anthropological laboratory is well stocked as my choke position demands. Specimens are mostly well preserved. My assistant is an adequate aid and welcome company despite some squeamishness on his part. I began analyzing the samples, starting with the 3 sets of human remains discovered in the ocean floor during construction of the thermal reactor. Human remains, huh? Temperatures aided in their preservation. Initial dating puts them in the late 20th century, with clothing suggesting Soviet military personnel circa the 1980s. The cause of death has not been established conclusively, but there are signs of malnutrition and starvation. I will perform a dissection to study their diet after this recording. Then I will begin an initial pass on the anthropological specimens supplied by Dr. Moon. There's a definite incongruence with the specimens received by Baron, which appear to be much older. And this, do I have this? Where are we? No, I don't have the approximate year. I think this is like something like 2200s or something. I don't remember though, for sure. I think we got the year way back in the first Stasis game, but I don't. It's too long ago. I don't remember exactly when it's supposed to be anymore. In the future, obviously, but okay. Personal log. I've looked into the signal that drew Kane Corporation to this place. The instruction set is naval, using defunct Soviet encryption on a ULF. 12 seconds, repeating. How could this signal emanate from the bottom of the Pacific 150 years after the fall of the Soviet Union? Okay, so that would be like 21, something like 2140, somewhere in there. So not quite as far forward as I thought. Irrelevant to my research, but fascinating. The message requests the evacuation of 32 crew in good health. Judging by the 3 fellows I've been studying, help never came. In other news, my relationship with the new assistant is deteriorating. He recoiled in disgust when he saw Reggie, horrified that I'd put the dog on display. It's bizarre that a man who works with human remains is bothered by a beautiful work of animal taxidermy. Nevertheless, I've noted to discuss the matter with management and church officials. So I see it's a stuffed dog. Makes sense, because before she said she put it up like on the table or something too, and it's like, that's weird. Wasn't it gonna poop on your stuff or something? But I guess it's taxidermy, so. I've been asked to break bread with Saleya on Cane Day. Reggie, this calls for a real celebration. Message to Saleya. We retrieved patient 818386, although the infection had rendered him unconscious by the time we found him. We've placed him in a hyperbaric chamber for further study. He claims to have no memory of his infection vector. The medics don't know if his condition is contagious, so they're taking all possible precautions. Initial scans show his brain is in a state of constant activity that looks like dreaming. We're going to jury-rig some devices to record his thoughts. What worries us most is that the infection is dissolving his biomatter. Hair, skin, and muscle are falling to the floor. Several of his organs are failing. Further expeditions into the well have been halted until we know more. Yeah, I mean, the dude's falling apart, but looks like seriously messed up and like the infection's progressed a long way. Don't know how he got infected. I mean, I would halt stuff too. 818386's affliction is morbidly fascinating. I've spent nights watching his body's slow deterioration through the glass portals. I even catch myself speaking to him when we're alone, airing my frustrations as if he were my therapist. I didn't expect to find therapeutic sanctuary in the disintegrating miracle that is my grouchy former assistant, but here we are. Oh! I didn't realize that was the assistant that got infected. So, I don't think she said his name, did she? I don't think so. Anyway, but yeah. Okay, I didn't realize it was her assistant that had been infected. Interesting. Okay. Kane delivers when all seems lost. Over the past year, most of his body mass has sloughed off, but his brain and nervous system remain intact. They appear to be functioning normally, although they are sending and receiving ghost signals. Interesting. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying this is the guy, but Terry that we hear, the voice, ghost voice we hear, we've been calling him Terry Silluel after Terry Akers from Soma. Anyway, Faux Fox came up with the name and decided to start calling him Terry. Anyway, so Terry, like when he talks and stuff, she said here that his brain, this guy's brain and nervous system remained intact. That's what I'm saying is, like, Terry might not actually be human, but he might have a brain and nervous system enough intact that he might still be able to communicate as if he were a human. I don't know, right? But anyway, they appear to be functioning normally, although they are sending and receiving ghost signals. Seems to be blissfully unaware of his predicament. Thanks to this horrific miracle of biology, we have resumed efforts to record his thoughts. If we can make sense of the data, we may gain some insight into his affliction. The first recording should be ready within the hour. Saleya, I know you wanted to be kept personally abreast of any new developments with our patient. The first recordings of 818386 are possibly more astounding than his physical condition. He's remained fully cognizant. At the same time, he appears to be experiencing some confusion surrounding his memories, which he already mentioned when he was first quarantined. We've requested that a relevant specialist be sent here to help us. Until then, we'll keep monitoring and recording. Personal log. I continue to visit him whenever I can. Somehow, even when I was talking to my dog, I didn't realize how desperate I was for companionship. The shock of his condition, life pared down to a fragile network of signals, has forced me to admit how far away from everything I feel, trapped in this claustrophobic complex at the very bottom of the ocean, working toward what exactly? Personal log. Dr. Harfest has concluded that 818386's visions are real memories, but they are bleeding into him from an external source. He is inheriting the memories from something. The notion is unsettling, but we can't deny that 818386's memories, quote unquote, frequently corroborate new findings to which he is not privy. Does he understand these memories are not his own? Or is he beginning to think they're his real memories? Is he trapped in those moments? To Saleya, Dr. Harfest has identified the cause of 818386's condition. Foreign microbes resembling a fungal growth in his brain. Dr. Moon codified the microbe as a more complex strain of PS139. As I'm sure you know, a protoform of PS139 is what drew Kane here in the first place, and why the original alpha base was built. Meanwhile, we're investigating ways to establish a continuous feed of his thoughts so he can talk to us directly. I think if decaying corpses used for mental health treatment, might be time to see a real doctor. Is it strange that I've come to see him as a friend despite his condition? I think about what it would be like to experience other people's memories as my own. What happens to your sense of self when you feel like you've lived 100 lives? The doctor is waxing poetic about an arrowhead, quote unquote, that is the source of the infection. I'm surrounded by idiots. I miss peaceful strolls to commune with the Father and watch the light show. At least he understands. Message from Saleya. Liza, you are too close to the subject, and this project has exceeded your scope of expertise. I put in a formal request with corporate for your transfer off the mule. Reggie, what am I to do? I wonder if she actually made it. Like, if the transfer happened and she got away or not. Off the mule is exactly... She doesn't think it is, but off the mule is exactly what she wants, because she doesn't want to be around when all the stuff hits the fan. Yeah, we did that. Okay, iron sheeting? Oh, we did that. Yeah, it's corrugated iron, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It keeps getting in the way. I don't know. I guess if I get closer.
Pieces and parts. This would be a fun puzzle.
An apt analogy, my friend. A puzzle solved too late.
Mac, are you seeing this? Look at the artifacts. The stone, it's like the one we saw before, but the symbol.
It's Soviet Russian. What the hell?
Hope loved puzzles.
Okay, now I can read the name of this plus this, not have them cover each other. Banner. The soiled red banner is coated in grime and reeks of damp decay. Portions of the fiber have been cut away, leaving pockmarks in the material, but the red star badge insignia, stitched in gold thread, still stands proud. Take a look there, and there's a plate here. Metallic plate riddled with corrosion, torn from some structure of a vessel. The paint on the embossed emblem has chipped and faded with age, but the words Red Fleet in Russian are legible. So this right here seems to match this that they did right here, right? And then I think this is probably this laboratory area we're in. Material composition. Stone relic is primarily composed of an as yet unidentified mineral exhibiting captivating iridescence, displaying a dazzling array of colors when exposed. Surface engravings. The most striking feature of the artifact is an intricately engraved Russian symbol at its center. The symbol appears to be a stylized representation of a double-headed eagle, which historically signifies imperial authority and might. Smooth polished finish. The stone surface exhibits a remarkably smooth, and then it's covered by, or continued on another page or something along those lines. Okay. Observation control? Drill? No, organic sampler. Okay. Okay, you don't want to do that. Oh! We might be able to get that from the brain thing. What's left over? Maybe that's what this is for. We take a sample of that and then move out. Let's actually see really fast. Because I don't know if clicking that arrow is going to do anything. Actually, in fact, when we come back in here, I'm going to look at other things first before I start messing with controls.
Once started, employment.
Shut up. Nobody cares. Shut up. Nobody cares. Stupid messages. Okay, let's go over here. See if we can do this. Nope, still no. Damn, I was sure that's what we'd use it for. Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, didn't have to hear all that junk again. Because we were back soon enough.
But don't you see our
Give back. Achieving success.
Oh, for crying! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Nobody cares about your corporate messaging. Holy crapo! It's funny initially, gets annoying after a bit though. It's like, dude, every single time I go by, every time, really? Okay. Terminal. That was a take a look. There's the observation thing. There's this. Then there's a vent. I'm guessing the creature went in that vent. But obviously I don't know for sure. Images. So a dead Soviet officer of some kind. Yeah. All of the dead crew. We're probably going to see something here that's not just human. Wow. Are these seismic waves? I don't know what this represents. And then I think this is thermal vents or something. I'm not totally sure. It's a little hard to tell. Okay. Wait, there's nothing. Yeah, there's no more. Okay, research. So this is the symbol that we saw with the Russian arrow, or the in Russian, and then with the arrow and the star and everything. I don't know what this says because I don't read Cyrillic. I know a few Cyrillic letters, but not nearly enough to be able to read this. Let alone then know when I read it what the word means. And this again, this is from that flag that we saw on the floor. Messages, no entries found. Trash. Is this when one of the mutations was growing? Maybe this is the guy who had his flesh slough off. I don't know. Maybe. What is this? Are these legs growing? I'm not sure what this is. It's definitely mutating into something. Here's the brain. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. I don't care. Wallpaper? I don't care about stuff like wallpapers in this. Working is easy, dying is hard. That's why you should come for our popular death course. Only $299. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Now I guess I could try to do something with this. Or the... let's see. That was just look, yeah. I could try to do something with this now. Hang on. Let's go here. It's been a bit since I saved. Let me save again. Just on top of this one. This.
Empty.
An observation pod, my friend. With nothing to observe.
Like this, something could get out.
Or in.
Yeah, let's leave that shut then. All this green smoke that suddenly came up is not awesome. Fortunately, he's a robot, so...
Mortuary cabinet open. Resealed to avoid thawing.
Charlie, look at the uniforms.
Yeah, they're Soviet too.
Yep, those are what we saw the pictures of on the terminal. I assume this means we're going to get closer to him, so that's great. I guess this one specifically, not this one, really. Lighter. Tag. Inventory tag, okay. Comrade Kirill, you must commandeer 3 suits from the locked storage. First, locate the thermite ingredients, potassium, ferric oxide, and aluminum. Then meet me in the pantry. What now? So we need... Oh, it's probably in our log thing over here, though. We can access potassium, ferric oxide, and aluminum. Probably need to get those at some point. Go. Potassium. I could just write K, but ferric oxide. Right, because I could do like also FeO2. I think O2. I don't remember for sure. And then aluminum. That's fine, though. I'll just write them out. If I look later, I might not remember that they're elements. Okay. And then... I guess that's it. Just this. So... in the vent... Okay, before we go messing with the vent... go back in here. We have some like terminals and stuff we can do things with. Well, that's there. Security terminal? Oh yeah, this one currently we cannot do anything. That's right. The other one I needed to know the symbols for the systems, like what's life support or whatever, or water, like maybe turn sprinklers on to put the fire out. I don't know what one those are. Fire melts stuff. This looks fun to chew even though it smells like toes. But oh, I do wish I could just take a little bite. Empty organic sample. It makes crunchy noises when you press the button. Does Mac have really organic samples to take? I don't think so. And we could not do that with this when we were looking at the bodies. So it would be for something else. And it's not the brain, apparently. So I'm not sure. We need to know the symbols. We're going to have to skip these guys again. Door.
This door is locked. This door is extra locked.
I hear you, Moses. I hear you. Just outside. Just outside. This is my lab.
Great. Work on getting him out of there. I'm on my way.
My Mac.
My Mac. Is Mac on his way though? Like how? How does he know to get? He can't go back the way he came. So how's he going to get to Moses? He's in like that temple dig thing. I have no idea how he thinks he's going to get to him, but okay. I don't know. This? No. This? No. I don't think any of these are gonna like, not even the knife or something to like cut or whatever. Yeah, I don't know how he does this right now. This had no, not this. Where was it? There was somewhere we inserted the security card. I guess we got rid of it. The last time we used it was the last time we get to use it in the game. So it's not what's needed over there. I don't know. Let's switch back to Mac for now. Let's see what other stuff he could do maybe. Because we got the crane. There's nothing else here. Okay. He potentially die when he uses the crane, but we'll just do this really fast. Okay, let's do this and see.
Oh, jeez. That is a long drop.
Distance to bottom of crevice is incalculable.
Well, that makes me feel better.
What are you going to do?
Gotta get across, obviously. Need to bridge the gap. Somehow.
These? What do I have? I don't think I have anything. On that one drawing, this was circled. I don't know. I don't remember these symbols, though. This? Yeah, I think that's... I have to move these for that to work, really, I think. I do not know these symbols. These look different than anything I've seen in the game so far. As far as I could remember, at least. Core sample. Okay.
Stand by. Analyzing core sample.
Copy sample to data suit. Data to suit.
Alert. Mining survey data received.
Well, the machine has analyzed the rock specimen. Guess we need to find something to read the data. And that sizable boring apparatus may be just the ticket we're looking for. Daniel Tang Gunderson, maintenance crew. Roger wants me to cap the entrance diameter at 18 feet. Makes sense. Downright logical. I'll round it up to 20 and create a bit more wiggle room. I can hear him scraping away as he works. Although I was supposed to leave hours ago, it's the least I can do to stay with him and offer my support. I've stopped trying to adjust the boring machine because because I know the Geo team is working on finding the precise core frequencies that will allow us to progress. But that procedure will take several months. Despite this, I don't regret my choices. The universe is a harsh and unforgiving place. If we're not the ones struggling, someone else will likely be. That's just how it goes. Okay. Where's the... Back in here? Oh, maybe. So I think I did the... boring machine, right? Copying survey data. Accelerated velocity. Track of basaltic composition detected. I don't know how much I'm supposed to do. Calibration error. Oh yeah, the guy out there said 18 and he said to do it at 20, right? I think the 18 is probably this, 17, but he said to go to 20. Oh, I see. Nope. Okay. Okay, so I think I need to go... $18 and then I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough to be able to... There's 18 as one of these, probably this, because it's 1.08 or 1.806, so it's really close to, 18, 1.8, but because I can't imagine you go up to 18 point something on this, but then this, I don't know. Must have been built for aggressive organic sampling. Drills in, sucks in fluid, can spit it back out. Charming. I don't think we have any information. That log he just said, right? So 18, round it to 20. Beyond that, I don't think he said anything though, right? I know the Geo team's working to find the precise core frequencies. The last to progress procedure will take several months. Yeah, they were working to find the frequencies they needed. Geo team. This is like biological science or something. This is also biological science, right? Effects of the virus or whatever. Yeah, I don't think this has anything either. I don't know. I don't remember anybody being specifically on the Geo team, so I'm not sure about that. He needs that, and I don't know the symbol. Okay, let's go in the vent, I guess. As excited as I am for that, let's go to the vent over here. I know it's usually at a time you cannot make Faux Fox also, but not this stream, but the stream before that I did earlier, like 12 hours ago or whatever, was we finished Conclusion. We started Lunacy St. Rhodes, just as an FYI. Okay. Let's go to the vent.
Oh no, Charlie Mac. Scary things.
I see it, baby. It's okay.
That's the creature that came out of the brain vat tumor.
Its cries.
I do not like this.
He needs a way around it.
There is no alternate route, I'm afraid.
Then he has to move it.
Move it.
I'm just going to try to go in. It'll be a death, I'm sure, but it's going to be probably an achievement. This series of games, Stasis, Kane, and now Stasis Bone Totem, tend to give you achievements when you do a death, when you die. So I'm going to die. Here we go. Here's death. Yep. Okay. I knew that wasn't going to work. I knew it was going to be death. Achievements death 4. Yep. That's funny. I might have missed death 3. I don't remember if I got death 3 or not. Let me see. Gimme death 1. Death 2. I did not get death 3. So whatever death 3 is, I missed, apparently. That's okay. I'm not, like, out to get all the deaths, but I'm just saying. Don't really know. Charlie can combine stuff. I guess I could give her a bunch of stuff and see if she can do something with them. He wasn't a clever bear that time. That's right. That's funny. I mean, just running from it. Yeah, that's a smart move. That's going to be how you're going to get away. Is just run. Oh, not that. I don't think this won't combine, but So nothing with this. I've already done this with this time and this previously. Let's try with the lighter. I'm sure no. Okay. Probably also not with the scrubber. And unless there's something hidden in here, which I doubt. Yeah. Okay. Nothing with that. This with the lighter? Probably not, but we could see. Maybe. No. Probably not with anything else either. Oops. We started doing Lunacy St. Rhodes. That's the one where you got a letter that you had inherited a mansion from a town called St. Rhodes, and it gave you a creepy feeling. You'd heard bad things about the town. You go there, there's nobody around, empty houses and stuff, creaky floors and whatnot. A door. Oh, today a door opened and like slowly creaked open, like you were in a hall, and as you approach a room, the door slowly creaked open, and then as you start to approach the door slams shut. Things like that. So it's that kind of a game. So none of these, huh? Yeah. I don't know that it's really one you were looking forward to seeing, but just as an FYI, if you're interested in watching it and you are able to, either it'll be on that stream or you could try to watch it later in the, some other time during the week or something. Just if that interests you, and if not, no skin off my nose. I'm just letting you know. Because I know you tend to be busy a lot on weekends, depending on what part of the weekend and stuff. Plus, you've not been feeling well, and so I doubt you've been paying attention to exactly what I'm streaming, when I'm streaming, or even if you've tried, you might not have, been awake or something. So just as an FYI, right? That's basically all. Yep. So none of those. She can't combine anything. He can't crush anything. That's just that. Keep forgetting right mouse is the same as ping. So nothing for these. Let's give all these back to Moses for now. See if I can figure out something to do that will get it to move. Yeah, screams are wrong, like the guy was saying, right? It's like Terry was saying. Like the screams sound almost like a baby crying. It's messed up. Already got everything from there. That's a PDA. That's a terminal. It's the observation thing. I don't think there's anything more to do in the observation thing, right? Let's see. If I open this... I don't think any of this stuff is gonna do anything. Might have been too high, though. But I still don't think it's gonna do anything. Oops, wait a minute. Oops, I'm doing it there. Oops, yep. Make sure I'm getting the right spot. Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't think this connects at all to that other room where that thing was. So I'm not like gonna do something that'll make it come up here, I think. This might be where I crawl through, but if that's the case, I need to get through that somehow, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I tried using all of the objects I have on it, none of those worked. So IDK. Okay, well, before trying all the things with combining, with his crushing and her combining, and then him using stuff on this, just before that I had saved. So I think we're going to call that, because it's basically, we're at the end of the stream anyway. So I will, next weekend, I will see if we can figure out what to do to proceed. I need a few things, right? I need some way to get through the door to get to Terry so that he can betray us. I need something to get through the glass, I think, so I can crawl up in that observation thing and find a way around the creature. I need to find a set of symbols that will be something I can use so that I can have Mac match up the wheels on that device he need, on that crane or whatever, so he can get it to rotate how he needs it, so he can use it to get across the ravine. And I need also to know what the either, whichever one it is, either the frequency or the other number, I don't remember what it was, for the drill, so she can get it drilling again. So there are the three things. Each of the characters has something we need to find out to get them to progress. And I don't know, obviously, for any of those, I don't know what we do for those. So we'll have to figure that out next time. You actually fell asleep during the stream? Well, that's okay. You were tired when you came to the stream, so I'm surprised you came in the first place. So no big deal. We're finishing, though, so you can always rewind it tomorrow or something, just where you left off, or whenever. But you could, like, go back to where you left off, of course, and continue. So, anyway, thanks, Will. Thanks, Phil Fox. Thanks, anybody else who jumped on the stream. And I will talk to you guys next weekend. We'll be proceeding as normal. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Till next time, take care. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.